Hey everyone, I'm Alex. This is Frederic. TechCrunch is in the house here at Build 2015. It's the Microsoft Developer Conference, and it is chock full of nerds. They don't smell that bad yet because it's day one. The keynote just wrapped up. It was 3.5 hours long.
I don't even want to think about how long it was.
It was so long, I died twice and was brought back to life 3 times.
Actually, Alex started reading the newspaper in the middle of it. That's how bored he was.
I did. But some big stuff today. I mean, this is their big confab for developers, and they do it every year. And this time there's stuff about Office, Azure, Tools, Windows, Hololens.
Everything.
So start us off.
The whole thing. They started off with developer tools. Why don't we start there? Because I think the big news was the launch of Visual Studio Code.
Visual Studio Code.
Code. And that's a new editor. You know, Visual Studio is this whole IDE package that does everything. So this is just a code editor. But the funny thing is, it's for Windows, obviously, Linux, and Mac.
Wow.
And that is something, you know, most people just don't expect from Microsoft.
So Microsoft is going really cross-platform on this.
Totally.
Who is the target market? Are they going after just developers that have left Windows behind, or who are they really going for?
They're going for any developer, really, which is the funny thing. Not just people who left Windows behind, though a lot of people have left Windows behind. They're going for anybody who doesn't need the full IDE, who's just, you know, most people who are on Linux or Mac developing, they don't need Eclipse or something like that for the little projects they're doing.
Sure.
So they're going after the guy who's using Sublime Edit or, you know,
so there's a lot of
Atom or something like that.
On a scale of 1 to very important for developers, this is a 9?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool.
Judging, you know, from the reaction they got. Definitely.
So what else happened on the developer side?
Lots of new database stuff, SQL database, warehousing, data warehousing, big analytics database thing.
And also some support for rival platforms and applications, if I recall correctly.
Well, that's the other fun thing. So there were rumors ahead of Build, right, that they would allow Android applications on Windows Phone or something. That didn't quite happen. But what happened is that they have new tools that make it easier for Android and iOS developers to bring their applications to the Windows platform.
So if I already built Alex's popular app for Android, got 10 million downloads, want to go on Windows to get some extra downloads, but not do a lot of work, I can theoretically... what kind of code reuse would I get here?
I can take 90-something% of my code, supposedly. But they'll talk about that more tomorrow. They were kind of light on the details there, I thought. But
do you think this will lead to a material increase in the number of apps available on Windows Phone and Windows?
Microsoft sure hopes so, I'm sure. If it's that easy to do, probably. I'm guessing there will be quite a few dev shops that will say, okay, we can just do Windows now too. Most of them don't seem really motivated right now to do it, but if you just have to do a few tweaks, why not?
Well, I mean, the big bet they announced during the keynote was that they're going to have, they expect 1 billion Windows 10 devices in the market in 2 or 3 years.
Right.
So a really wide band of time, but they're saying, look, it's going to be a big platform. If they fail to reach those benchmarks and those levels of usage, I think all the stuff you outlined doesn't matter.
Sure.
If they can't derive and improve a couple 100 million users quickly, I doubt developers will get behind the platform. Android's just too big now, you know? Android is kind of the new Windows.
It's really hard for them to do that. But you were talking about the Windows ecosystem and Windows. Yes. So what did they have to say about Windows?
The biggest thing they showed off was a new video of Continuum and how Continuum works. Continuum is the method by which you move from kind of tablet to desktop mode. So with Continuum, Microsoft is trying to make sure that you can go from different modes across devices and even on a device very quickly. So if your Windows 10 has to work from smallest devices to largest touchscreens, it has to have different UI elements. And so it's going to help you move between them. And that was cool. Also, they showed off just Windows 10 start menu, new background stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Anything new in the start menu? People love the start menu.
Well, what they've done is they've taken the old start screen, shrunk it down to start menu size, and give you the opportunity to expand it if you like. So if you knew Windows 7 and like parts of Windows 8, you kind of get both in 10. It's going to be out in new builds, so we'll see.
Do you worry that it's going to be another one of those operating systems from Microsoft where there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that and nothing really works together?
I don't think it's going to be Windows ME. No, I really hope not. Or Microsoft Bob in that case. But the real thing that stole the show at the end, of course, it was their long one more thing, was HoloLens.
Right.
So what you think?
It looks so freaking impressive. I can't wait to try it. You've tried it in Redmond a few months ago.
I was in love with it. I didn't use the final hardware though. I didn't use the actual headset. I used a pre-production version. And I loved it then. And today the demo was fantastic.
Yeah.
I want one in my life just to learn and play with it. I hate it like a fanboy. I'm not. But damn it.
Do you want to run around with your Skype screen in front of you talking to people?
No, I want to go to the bar
do?
and get stared at by people that think I'm a loser. That's exactly what I want.
You think it's going to be something that people will wear at bars? Well, you will. But Anyway,
Turning it out
which
of
one
the
of the demos did you think was the most exciting?
I loved when the guy took his video he's watching, had it follow him along the wall, and expanded it across the entire wall. So it was like, what, a 500-inch TV?
Sure.
I would use that today if I could. Like go home now and just watch YouTube full screen in my entire apartment.
I can't wait for that.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's, did I say anything about when it's coming out, when we can buy it?
Nope, and no. Well, it's coming out this year, but we don't know price, where, availability, and so forth. But to conclude, I want to ask this: on a scale of how well developers like the overall package of announcements, do you think Microsoft did well today, or do they still have more work ahead of them?
I think they did pretty well. I think the thing is, a lot of the announcement were focused simply on developers, and that maybe got lost. You know, it's a developer conference. There wasn't that much. Hololens was a splashy thing. Windows 10, we'd seen a lot of it. Some of the Office stuff, who cares, you know?
The Office
but
cares.
A lot of people care, sure. But I think they started out well with all the developer announcements because that's what people were coming for, even if Alex fell asleep during them. But
I was fully conscious, just not engaged.
That's fine.
All right,
but you know,
and you're staying around for this couple of days. You'll do HoloLens and write about that.
Yep.
All right, good. Well, we'll leave it here then. And everyone at home, if you're not here, why the fuck aren't you here?